is the morning of Christmas. You can tell by our faces. Now let's hope that Santa has brought us some aces on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Merry Christmas. Hello there. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for joining us here in the studio. Oh, what a nice way for you to spend your holiday joining us. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're having a happy holiday. We are having a terrific time all through the holidays as we have some young people playing with us, trying to win some money. One who's already won over $22,000. We have nice prizes for them. We're celebrating the holidays, so let's get back to business as we open up the board there, and we'll get to the cards and meet our young card sharks. Kurt Lance. Hello, Kurt. Nice to see you. All bright and bushy-tailed for Christmas. Won't you again remind any new viewers about you?
My name is Kurt Lance. I go to Whitney Community Learning Center. I have a mother, a father, and 3 sisters, and I like to ride motorcycles.
Yeah, we talked about that. You did good here because we are playing 2 matches with our youngsters so they can relax and have a good time. And you won the first match, $900 in cash. That's very nice, right, Kurt?
Yeah.
And this young lady is going to try to win this one. This is Dee Dee Thompson. Hi, Dee Dee.
Hi.
It's Della, but you prefer Dee Dee, right? Won't you again remind us about you?
Okay, I'm Della Thompson, and I go to school in Gardena, California. I'm 14 years old. I have a mother, a father, 3 sisters, 1 brother, a sister-in-law, a brother-in-law, and a niece. And they all keep in contact. Most of the time, they're over our house.
Is everybody going to be there for dinner today for Christmas?
Well, everybody except my brother, because he's in Mississippi in the Air Force.
All right, well, we'll say, why don't you say hello to your brother in Mississippi in the Air
Hi,
Force?
Eugene.
All right, I make him feel a little bit at home.
Yeah.
You both got the cards, yes?
Yeah.
Let's pick up where we left off. As I say, we're playing 2 matches, and as always, each match is the best 2 out of 3. And Kurt has won 1 match, and now in the second match, Della's won 1 game, got her first $100, and we're in the middle of game 2. And looking at the board again, it is Della who's moved over now with a 7 as her base card, needs 3 cards. Kurt has yet to uncover a card. We pick up with question 3, and Della, it goes to you. Della, we asked 107-year-old children, do you wish Christmas came twice a year? How many 7-year-olds do wish Christmas came twice a year?
Oh, that's very high, because I know when I was 7, when Christmas Day came, you had all the presents, and then by January 25th, you broke all of your toys anyway. So you know you wish Christmas came more than once. So that's really high. That's about 90.
90 out of 107-year-olds wish Christmas came twice a year. Higher or lower, Kurt?
Well, I think it would be a little bit higher because I still wish it came twice a year.
Aha. So even higher than that. Boy,
Even
90,
higher.
90 and even higher. If it's higher, you'll play your cards. If not, it'll be Della with hers. And, of course, if you can hit it right on the head, it is a $500 bonus. Before we find out, I don't know about the kids, but for the grown-ups, once a year is enough. I am exhausted, aren't you? 90 and higher. The actual number of 7-year-olds who wish Christmas came twice a year is 91. It is higher. And Della just missed a $500 bonus by 1. Kurt starts this game with an 8. More than the ace, an 8.
Freeze!
And we move over the freeze bar. Now both players need 3 cards, and question 3 goes to Kurt. Now, Kurt, on a typical date, the man decides to call up a woman, the man decides when to pick her up, and the man decides where to go. So we asked 100 bachelors, are you sick and tired of being the one to make all those important decisions? How many bachelors admitted when it comes to dating, they are tired of making all the decisions?
Well, I think pretty many of them are, because if you have to make all the decisions, you're wondering, you're afraid that if she doesn't like it, she might say, look in her calendar, like pretend to look in her calendar and say, no, she can't make it or something. So I think a pretty high number would say that they were tired, so
How many?
75.
75 out of 100 bachelors said they're tired of making all the decisions.
I think it's lower because the men, they have an ego. You know, they have an ego, and they like knowing that, you know, they can do this, and they're number 1 and everything. So I think it's lower.
So you say lower than that?
Yeah.
Now, if you had to make all the decisions as a young lady, Dee Dee, where would you tell the man that you have to go? What would you take, an expensive restaurant or what? What would you choose?
Somewhere really expensive.
Really expensive, huh?
And let him pay.
And let him pay. Oh, I see. You make the decisions and he pays. You'll do well, Dee Dee. 75 and lower. The actual number of bachelors who admitted when it comes to dating they are tired of making all the decisions is 57, and Dee Dee's right. It is lower. Dee Dee, you've got a 7.
Change it.
You win the question. You can change it. A good change. with a
Lower.
jack. Lower than a jack. 5.
Higher.
Risking it higher. A 7.
3.
And now as we move over the freeze bar, Dee Dee needs 1 card. Kurt needs 3. And we will have sudden death in this game coming at you right after this. Well, as I said, we're playing 2 matches with the youngsters, and Kurt won the first match, but now it looks like it's been all Della here in the second match. She's got game 1 and a big lead now, needing 1 card for a crack of the money for her. And let's see how it comes out as we go to sudden death. Dee Dee, we asked 100 first graders, have you ever gotten up early Christmas morning and actually seen Santa Claus delivering your presents? How many first graders are positive they've actually seen Santa delivering their presents?
Well, I think that's right about down the middle. Because in the first grade, for one thing, you wouldn't be up that early. But then if you were, you know, you'd either dream that you had Santa Claus there, or you may even see, like, somebody dressed up as Santa Claus. So that's right down the middle about, 60.
60. 60 out of 100 first graders are positive they've seen Santa Claus.
I think it'd be lower because I don't think they would lie. Or I don't think their father would take enough time to dress up as Santa, because I don't think they're going to get up when their father's delivering the presents. So I think it'd be lower.
Oh, you say lower. Gee, I've got to tell you, you reminded me. When my kids were younger, we always, I don't know about you at home, but you're always faced with, you get everything ready on Christmas Eve, right? And you're exhausted. Now, do you go to bed and then poor youngsters have to sit in bed and they can't get up till you get up? Or they're going to go down early and you're going to miss the look on their faces. What my wife and I used to do, we would get everybody to be asleep, and around midnight, we would open the door and we would ring bells and yell, "Goodbye, Santa, goodbye, Santa," and that would wake the kids up, and they'd come down and we'd open up the presents, and then we'd all go to bed, which was a nice way to do it. It became a nice family tradition until a couple of years ago, my kids, my wife and I are standing there yelling, "Goodbye, Santa, goodbye." The kids are up on the landing with a tape recorder, taping their dumb parents, looking out the door at nothing, screaming, "Goodbye, Santa." 60, says Della. Lower, says Kurt. Now, I'll never forgive you, Aaron. 60 and lower. The actual number of first graders who aren't positive they've actually seen Santa delivering the presents is 26. It's lower. Kurt, you've got it. Well, Kurt, you've got it, but you've got a problem.
Pass it.
You're going to pass it. You know the rules. You could play it or pass it, and he's going to say pass it. Della, you're near the middle with a 7. If you call this right, you go for the big money. If not, we have a tie. What do you say?
Higher.
Is it higher? Yes, it is, and Della wins this match. Well, so Kurt, you won 1 match. You've got $900, and we will see you later. We're going to bring back all the youngsters at the end of the holidays for nice prizes. Thank you, Kurt. Della Thompson, Dee Dee Thompson, come on down here with me. Congratulations. You cut the money card?
Yeah.
As I said before, there's a lot of money up there, so we want to get somebody up here with you. Is your mother coming up?
Yeah.
Let's get her up here. Come on, Floyda Thompson. Is it Floyda?
Florida, yeah.
Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
You're going to give her a hand with the money, all right?
Try.
All right. Let's get over and play those money cards. Come on. Let's wish the Thompsons well. Oh, what a nice way to celebrate Christmas if we can give away a bundle right now. Now, you pay attention to Mom. You make a joint decision here as we give you $200 of new money, 3 cards to bet as you will. Up to the second level, we add another $200 and 3 more cards. Minimum bet's $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must risk at least half the money. And remember, you're on your own now, so if you get a double, you don't lose. We carry the money over. All set?
Yeah.
You guys are holding hands and ready to go.
Yeah.
Here's $200. And you can change the base card on each level if you need to. Thank you, Lois. We'll start the Thompsons off with 200 and a 3.
How much? 150? Okay, 150 higher.
$150 if this card is higher. And it is with a king, another good card.
Wait, how much I have to? 300. I got 250. 250 lower.
$250. Lower than a king. And she's right again. 600.
Okay, 300 higher.
Good size bet on its 5. I hope they're right. $300 higher. And a comes up. Not only 900, but the other 200 when we move up the 8.
All of it lower.
Let's try to double it for 2,200 lower. Yeah! Careful now with a 6.
Okay, 300 higher.
$300 higher than a 6. But a great card. As you lose, you're down to 1,900 and a 2. Higher. Doubling it, I hope. Higher.
Change it.
3,800. What are you going to do with the 10?
Card.
You're going to change it? Oh, let's see a good one. Come on. For Christmas in the Thompsons? Oh, near the middle with a 7. Got to bet at least half.
What you got? 3,000.
1,900 you must bet.
Half of it, yeah. Half of it. Higher.
All right, you're going to come out of this with good money, but 1,900 more if this card is higher than a 7?
No.
But you held back, so you have 1,900, 200 in the game. That's $2,100, which is not bad for a Christmas. Thank you. Dee Dee, give me a kiss. Thank you. Richard Dawson, eat your heart out. We'll be back with 2 more youngsters in a little while, right after this commercial break. Congratulations. The man who sold Abraham Lincoln the tickets to the theater would talk to me about age. 2 brand new decks of cards and 2 more young card sharks. Hello, Randy Hurt. Nice to meet you. Won't you tell us about you, sir?
Hi, my name is Randy Hurt. I come from Los Angeles, California. I like basketball and stamps. I have an older brother, Michael, and a younger sister, Carrie. My mom is a dental hygienist, and my father's a pharmacist. My brother and I are both vice president at our school. We're vice president. And I have a bird that's potty trained.
You have a what?
A bird that's potty trained.
Well, where else is it going to go? I mean, you mean the bird?
The bird goes
potty?
potty on command.
My dog does that, but it's usually on the rug when he commands himself. How did you train a bird?
Well, my brother did it mostly.
How did he do it? We'd all like to know. I mean,
Well, it likes to come out, so when it...
don't tell me what the command is. So.
No, it likes to come out, so before it would come out...
the bird.
Before
right.
the bird would come out, it would have to go potty, so...
Oh, so you just sat there and said, if you do that, then you can do this, huh?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Now, if you want to train your bird, friends, that's a fascinating story, Randy. And now let's play You Bet Your Life. No, let's meet Tony Wallace. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Jim.
Nice to meet you. Won't you tell us about you?
My name's Tony Wallace, and I go to North School Elementary. I'm 11 years old, and I'm in 6th grade. My hobbies are sports and animals, and I hope to be a nurse when I grow up.
A nurse when you grow up? Good. Do you
help
potty
people.
train your animals there?
Oh, no. They
Well,
go where they please.
Oh. Nice to meet both of you. You're a couple of nice young people. Now, remember, you've got plenty of time to relax. We're going to play 2 matches with you, so even if you lose the first 2 out of 3, you can come back and play another one. So you're going to relax and have a good time. And we're delighted to have you here on a Christmas. You cut the cards?
Yeah.
All right, we had a coin toss to decide who plays red and who plays blue. And that means as we start the match, we start with Randy. Randy, in the folk dances of some countries, men often dance with other men. So we asked 100 American men, if you were in a country like that and another man asked you to dance, would you dance with him? How many only if he'd let me lead. No, that's how many American men would follow the local customs and dance with another man?
I don't think very many people would do that. Because the men would do that because they're sort of that's why they get married. Because leading with you want to be with your wife, and I don't think that they would ever do that. They're too much. They would. Some men would accuse them of something. So I think it's going to be a pretty low number, around 21.
21 out of 100 would follow the local customs and dance with another man. Tony?
Well, I think the men in America got more sense than people in other states. And even though my dad, he wouldn't do that kind of stuff. There's no way you could get him to do that. So I'm going to say it might be just a little bit.
He said 21.
Let's go a little bit higher, just a little bit.
But you think some more would, though, huh?
Yeah.
All right, 21 and higher. The actual number of American men who would follow the local customs and dance with another man is 42. It's a little bit higher. Tony has it. So it is Tony who starts off with a king.
All right, good card, lower.
Lower than a king, a 4.
Yeah, higher.
Higher than the 4, a 6.
3.
And Tony knows how to play the game. She moves over by 2 cards, and we'll be right back right after this. That's right, Janice just reminded me. What a Christmas. My son just turned 16, and he got his driver's license, and I've been trying to borrow the car ever since. Now, we're in the middle of game 1 here. Tony needs 2 cards, and Randy has yet to uncover a card. And let's pick up with a question to Tony. Tony, we found 100 people who worked as a department store Santa Claus, and we asked them, has a kid ever slugged you because he didn't get what he wanted last year? How many department store Santas said a kid has slugged them because he didn't get what he wanted last year?
Some kids are pretty spoiled, and they like to get whatever they want. and they only get real cheap toys, you know. They don't get the expensive ones like they want.
So how many have slugged Santa Claus?
I'm going to say a pretty high number, about 42.
42 out of 100 Santas said a kid has slugged them because he didn't get what he wanted last year, Randy.
I'm going to say a little bit lower. I've gone to the department stores, and I haven't seen a kid slug Santa. He's to the Christian religion. I think he's a pretty big sort of hero. So I'm going to say it's a little bit lower.
You say lower than that. All right. The actual number of department store Santas who said a kid slugged them because he didn't get what he wanted last year is 27. It's lower. Randy, you've got it. Just sounds funny. They slugged Santa Claus. Randy, you've got a king.
Lower!
Lower than a king, a 10.
Lower!
He's going to risk it lower, and he's wrong. It's not lower. Tony, it worked out for you. A 6 and a free chance.
Go higher!
Higher than a 6. Yes, a queen.
Lower!
First game is Tony's if it's lower, and it is. So Randy was thinking about maybe I should freeze. He didn't. Tony got that game. So we will quickly set up for game 2 as Janice deals out the same 2 decks of cards with the next cards off the top of the deck. And Randy, as incidentally, Tony, you've got $100. Nicely done. Randy, oh, here's a switch. We asked 100 bachelors, would you marry a woman executive who warned you that her job would always come first? How many bachelors would marry a woman executive even if her job would always come first?
Well, if they're going to marry someone, they're going to love them a lot, so they're going to know that that their job or something like that. But I'm going to say it's a pretty high number, around 62.
62 out of 100 bachelors would marry the woman
Well, most
executive.
bachelors, if they've really been lonely enough, they can get pretty desperate. So, and if they want a girl, I mean, if they really love him and everything, well, and they wouldn't spend time with them, there's no sense in just bothering with them. So I'm gonna say just a little bit lower.
A little lower than that. If she says the job comes first, they wouldn't want her, huh?
Yeah.
62 and lower. The actual number of bachelors who'd marry a woman even if her job would always come first is 24. Tony is right. It is lower. So Tony starts off game 2 with a 4.
Higher!
Higher than a 4. An 8.
Freeze!
Freezing on the middle card, and Tony, question goes to you. Tony, we asked 100 married men. The last time your wife nagged you to do something, did you end up doing it? How many married men admitted the last time their wife nagged them to do something, they did end up doing what she wanted?
My mom and dad, they nag each other a lot. If my dad really nags her a lot, he always talks her into doing it, and then she always talks him into doing it. And so I'm going to say that's a pretty even number. I'm going to say about 30.
30. That's pretty even. 30 out of 100 said, yeah, they wound up doing what she wanted.
Well, can you repeat the question for a second?
Sure. How many married men admitted that the last time their wife nagged them to do something, they did end up doing what she wanted? She said 30.
Well, women have a tendency to nag their husband a lot.
Oh, yeah?
So, I know my mom nags my dad a lot.
She
My
does.
dad
Oh, she
nags.
does, huh?
So, I'm going to say it's a little bit higher because the husband's going to want to get the wife off their back, so I think they'll do it.
So he'll do it.
Yeah.
All right. Your parents are going to love this, guys. 30 and higher. The actual number of married men who admitted the last time their wife nagged them to do something, they did end up doing it, is 78. Randy's right. Got him off the back. And Randy, you start off this game with an ace.
Lower!
Lower, he says, a 2.
Higher!
Higher than a 2, a 5.
Higher!
Risking it higher, an 8.
Freeze!
And a good job going across the board by Randy. We'll be right back right after this. We will finish this match with these young card sharks tomorrow. I hope you're having a very Merry Christmas. We have some nice people down here with us. The Van Nuys chapter of the D-Malay from Van Nuys, California is here. People from Owego, New York as well. Why don't you just kiss someone you love for Christmas? We'll see you tomorrow on Card Sharks.
A representative of the...
What is Boxing Day?
I have absolutely not a clue.
Boxing Day is a celebration of generosity and goodwill towards all.
It's my favorite time of the year.
Make Boxing Day your favorite time of the year with a Super Password Marathon. 9 fun-filled hours of holiday cheer, hosted by Bert Convy.
This is obviously a Christmas gift, right?
No, it's a day after Christmas gift.
You're going to have a wonderful time, I promise you that.
The Boxing Day Super Password Marathon, tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m. 8 Central, only on GSN.